Today we will see the topic of variables in Rust. We will see variable definition in its simplest form. It is defined differently than other low-level languages. As you can see, we use the keyword let for variables. In some programming languages, they are specified with keywords such as int, float, while in Rust, they are simply defined with let. Types such as structures and enums that we will see in the future are always defined with the let keyword. Next, the variable name is written. Here I set a variable name called age. And I'm writing the assignment operator. Here the assignment operator, the equal sign, assigns the value to the right of the variable to be created on the left. In its simplest form, we create variables this way. Subject to we don't forget the semicolon, which we see as a read line. This is a statement, and in the Rust programming language, every statement is terminated with a semicolon. In programming language, terminology and expression is a combination of values and functions that are combined and interpreted by the compiler to create a new value, as opposite to a statement which is just a standalone unit of execution and doesn't return anything. The compiler will always assign default values if you do not manipulate the variable type in any way. For example, if you are defining an integer value, its type will be i32, but you can specify the variable type yourself by putting a colon after the variable name. We will cover the details of variable types in our next lessons. For now, let's continue with the basic concepts of variable definition. By default, variables behave differently from other languages when they are defined in Rust programming. When you define a variable, it is created as immutable by default. However, if we use mut after the let keyword while defining a variable, we indicate to the compiler that we can change the value of the variable within the program. For example, we can make the counter variable mutable, which we will use somewhere in the program we write. Unlike the let keyword, we define constant numbers with the const keywords. You can define p constant that we will use when calculating the circumference of the circle with const. We need to specify the type of constants after writing a column. Now let's define instance variables. First, I open the terminal on VS Code. I'm creating a new package with the cargo tool. I specify cargo new variable -- vcs equal none. I state that I will not use any version control system. Don't forget to log in to the folder we created so that the cargo commands can work. Now let's define a variable with the keywords we specified. We'll look into println later. For now, let's print our variable without getting stuck here. I compile and run the program with the cargo run command. Don't forget to save the file. Yes, we printed the value 30 on the screen. Now let's change the value of the variable to a different value. In this way, when you try to change an immutable variable later, it will give an error. The error already mentions that this variable is immutable. We can fix this with mut keyword. As you can see in the output, we now have a mutable variable. Let's define a constant with the keyword const. Let's also use the type specify when defining it. We printed the p number on the screen.